Okay, so the Trump administration is actually planning a major shakeup in the skies. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy's been talking about it, says he'll release a new proposal on the air traffic control system. FAA is now short by 3,000 air traffic controllers, and that's caused major delays across the country. And those issues are really on display in Newark, New Jersey. I mean, this has been some mess. NewsNation learning air traffic controllers temporarily lost communication with planes headed to Newark, and that contributed to more than a week of delays. We have correspondent Marcus Espinoza out there at the airport right now, joins us from Newark Liberty. All right, what's happening there today, Marcus?
Hey, Connell, it's been a mess, really, this past week here at EWR here and across the country with air traffic controllers and the lack of them, that supply shortage of these folks who are critical to this part of the process of getting planes up in the air safely and then landed safely. There were reports earlier today that 20% of ATCs here at EWR walked off the job. That's not the case here. A statement coming out saying that they experienced a, quote, traumatic event and that they had lost radar and radio contact for more than a minute, and because of that, they took that leave of absence. But that's a sizable workforce here at this airport that is certainly going to cause delays and all kinds of issues that take place when something like that goes on. So that update on that story there, still a sizable 20% of the workforce here of the air traffic controllers taking that leave of absence. And because it's such a lengthy training process for those folks, you can't just replace them right away. You have to be able to have some sort of stopgap. The FAA also put out a statement talking about that as well, which we'll have online throughout the day. And so this is a critical issue here that a lot of folks are facing. So I actually tracked down a former air traffic controller, and I wanted to talk to him about what this job entails, what it's like, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good start. I mean, how else do you incentivize people to, can put their time and effort into a very stressful, it's actually difficult to make it through training. I think that the safety aspect just needs to maybe be put back on the pilot until we get through air traffic control issues. So I think just pilots in general need to be more vigilant and for safety wise.
So a couple of points there. He's talking about the fact that these new incentives might be coming down the road. There's a $5,000 bonus incentive that's coming for new hirees that complete that program, and they get that bonus if they go through that qualification training. And then also there's incentive to keep current air traffic controllers who are right now in that job. And if you're under the requirement age to retire, but you're eligible to retire, they're going to give you a salary bonus there for staying on as well. So there's a couple things going on with that entire program, but the jux of this is that they're trying to keep current air traffic controllers here, and then they're trying to incentivize new air traffic controllers to get onto this program here. But the training is extensive, but part of this new plan is also to reduce how many steps this takes to become an ATC, from 8 steps to 5 steps, according to Sean Duffy, which is the Transportation Secretary. He's making these changes and these incentives here, trying to do everything they can along with the FAA to try to get more FTCs here on board.
The individual airlines, though, in the meantime, like United especially, is a big hub there at Newark, have really had to cut flights, right? They cut a number of flights.
Yeah, and for good, for the foreseeable future here, Connell. 35 flights they took, daily flights that they had going in and out of EWR here. They directly cited the ATC issue here. They also cited some government equipment issues as well. These are things that are going to affect, of course, the delay and the arrival and all the on-time departures that we all want to see. And so when you have not only those delays taking place, but you have airlines pulling out, like United there, and then that's even less flights leaving and coming in. That affects the rest of the country. So it's not just this local area here. And I also want to mention the delays. This is a pretty normal area behind me right now as far as people waiting around. But once you get to TSA, once you get through security, it's extensive right now. There's only one runway here at this terminal here that we're at, and I spoke to an employee earlier today. They said they have 7 or 8 planes taxied up, stacked on top of each other, trying to get out. And it's just this domino effect that's taking place right now, Connell.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.